Hello, everybody. I'm Mortika, Lacrosse, and it's time for another
Strange People in History.
That's right. Let's start the show.
So this is our first Strange People in History for this particular segment, and this is, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'll just spell it Ngoc. He lives in Vietnam, and he's a Vietnamese insomniac, which you're like, well, okay, guy, that's like really not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm an insomniac. I can't get so much sleep either. But the thing is this particular guy has not had any sleep for 30 years. Yeah, his insomnia doesn't let him sleep, but it hasn't let him sleep for 30 years. But what's weird, what's strange, if you will, of why he's a strange person in history, is that he functions almost as normally as anyone else. He does a lot of farm work. Yeah, he needs a little bit of medical help. That's kind of obvious because he's had no sleep for 3 decades, but yeah, he has a lot of physical and emotional trouble, but he has actually not slept for 30 years. Like, just imagine that. He hasn't had any kind of sleep for 30 years, yet somehow he still functions just like anyone else, and that's why I've stuck him in this Strange People in History episode. So, I mean, just imagine that. That guy has not slept. I wonder, since they said that occasionally when you have insomnia, that your dream, the being able to dream actually happens in reality, so you'll actually hallucinate and see things that aren't there. I wonder if that's ever happened to this man, since he has not been asleep for 30 years. And I mean, I thought it was impossible to actually not sleep that long. Like, I thought, like, people would die, but obviously not. I wouldn't suggest you actually, denying yourself sleep just to see if you could break that guy's record. You're most likely to die. I mean, this guy has insomnia. That's why he hasn't been able to sleep for, 30, something years and whatnot. So this next strange person in history can eat about anything. And I mean anything. Like, probably even this container he could probably eat. So this is Michael Lotito. He is a Hungarian-born man who has set records many a times. And the thing is, he can eat anything. Metal, rubber, anything. And somehow still survives. He has eaten cars, motorcycles, bicycles, and an entire aircraft. Despite having this strange diet, he has never gotten ill or anything like that from this particular, thing or condition that he has, if you will. And it's because his intestinal line can resist any type of poisoning from any kind of food. So, yeah, if it can actually be called food at all, really, when you think of it. Which makes you wonder, like, since the fact he can eat anything, if he's ever eaten a cell phone. I mean, I guess he probably has. I mean, just imagine the bets when he was growing up as a kid. His friend's like, hey, dude, I bet you can't eat this. And he eats it. And they're like, oh, shit, well, I just lost $50. This guy right here is Sultan Kozayan, or Kazian. I'll put it on the screen. Is the tallest man on Earth currently at 8 feet and 3 inches. At 8 feet and 3 inches, he holds the record for the tallest man alive, and he lives in Turkey. Now, unfortunately, because of his height, it's kind of a disability more than a gift, if you will, because his long bones make it difficult for him to walk. I'm pretty sure he has a hard time walking into buildings as well because of how tall he is and how short doorways are, so he probably has to duck a lot. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure people like him have existed throughout history, and that's probably where we get the stories of, giants. They were just actually people with this kind of condition that this particular man has. So that's why he's in this Strange People in History video, because of how strange he is on being tall, if you will. I kind of feel bad for the guy because of the debilitation that comes with his height. Now, this person is Paul Carson, or Karazian. He's known as the Blue Man. See, Paul actually ingested this colloidal silver to treat a skin condition, but the silver in that particular medication reacted with the sunlight and turned his skin blue. This is called argyria. He gained fame and notoriety, appearing on several talk shows and news shows because of this. This actually made the FDA to actually ban it. FDA was like, yeah, we need to ban silver in any over-the-counter drugs. Now, he passed away in 2013 from a heart attack, and it wasn't related to his condition, but he's in this Strange People in History video because he's literally actually blue. Makes you wonder if he ever heard that song, I You know the blue song where it goes, I live in a blue house in a blue Corvette and everything around me is blue. Yeah, that song, because that should have been his theme song. Just saying. Now, the next Strange People in History video is this woman, Asha Mandela. No relation to Nelson Mandela. She's known for the longest dreads in the world. She actually refers to herself as the Black Rapunzel. Her dreads braid hair into more tightly woven strands as well. Imagine how much hair she actually has given how long her dreads are in the first place. I mean, probably undone, the dreads probably equal to her hair being even longer. But she's known for the woman that has the world's longest dreads. And I mean, from the photo, as you can tell, she literally is like Rapunzel. Like it would be like, Asha, Asha, let your hair down. Or what was it? Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let your hair down. Yeah, so something like that. And that's why she's in this Strange People in History video. Now, this next person is in a Strange People in History video. Her name is Eileen Brown. She's from Bolton, England, and she's a real-life bionic woman. When she had all but 2 of her joints replaced to treat her, arthritis, her left elbow is now the only joint remaining in her body. All the rest of it are replacement parts. She literally is like a real-life bionic woman. Now, for this next person, I couldn't find an actual photo, so I just stuck this photo. This is not the actual photo of the person, which obviously, because an 87-year-old Chinese grandmother stumped doctors when she came to him with a large carved horn on her head. According to reports, it started as a black mole on her forehead, then suddenly the mole split open and a horn started growing. The actual medical term for a condition is cutaneous horn, which is a usual yet benign skin tumor, and now she is known as the Unicorn Woman, which is why she's in this Strange People in History video. But like I said, I couldn't find the photo at the time, so I just threw this one in there. This is not the actual photo. And so this next strange person in history is known in Russia as the girl with X-ray eyes. Natasha Demkina claims to have X-ray-like vision that allows her to see inside human bodies. Now you're thinking, oh Kai, yeah, she can claim it, but that doesn't mean that, she actually has it. Well, here's an interesting fact for you. Her diagnoses have often been more accurate than doctors. She has developed a following of doctors, patients, journalists, and others who believe her powers are real because of her accurate diagnosis, hailing her as an actual person that may have X-ray vision. Now, this next person, if you will, I would say to not try anything he does at home. Like I said, again, do not try anything that Gino Martina does at home. He is a professional wrestler and a strongman who has the ability, the superhuman ability to smash through things with his skull, like almost anything. He has broke concrete cinder blocks over his head. In 2011, he set the World Guinness record for the most concrete blocks, 45 of them, broken on his head. Like, he literally can just headbutt through shit. And that is why he's, like, literally, in my opinion, a fucking badass. But you should not try anything that he does at home. Just warning, that way it's out there. Do not try anything he does at home, because he is professional and has the ability to. Where you most likely would just get a headache or most likely brain damage. So I do these kind of Strange People in History videos all the freaking time on my YouTube channel that you're watching this video from. So all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of future Strange People in History videos, because there's tons more in an entire playlist, if you will, of this series where I talk about other strange people in history as well. So be sure to check that out. And comment of what you thought of these particular Strange People in History videos. I mean, especially the last one, that was just wow. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's it for this episode of Strange People in History video. I'm your host, Mortika Lacrosse. As always, stay strange.
I would like to begin with a poem in old-fashioned meter. Be good to us, and we'll be good to you. Be good to us,